Hi, everyone.
Greetings, friends.
It's the Jimm
And Dave.
Beer Review.
Hey, Dave. Like I always say, what's on tap for this beer review?
Well, this beer review is being brought to you by beer that's been in the refrigerator for a while now, and we don't know if it's really good anymore because the on-date stamp says good by 4/15/2015, which today happens to be 6/13/2015, which means it's 2 months past the best by date. So I saw this and I said, even though it's a double IPA and it's 8.58 BV, maybe we should try this now and not wait another week, because we've been getting a lot of different kind of beers, and
we've been stocking up, and the
yeah.
fact is you really shouldn't. Some beers you shouldn't let sit around too long.
And this may be okay, but I was like, it's a double IPA. I'm kind of thirsty anyway.
It is high ABV. Usually, a high ABV can last a little bit longer. However, if the manufacturer puts a date on it, we sometimes like to honor that date. Now, having said that, this one is obviously past the date, so
let's try out some Boulevard Brewing Company's Double Wide IPA. It's a double Indian Pale Ale. Availability is year-round. Draught with both 750 milliliter and 4-pack bottles. The classic Indian Pale Ale is a traveler's beer, aggressively hopped to withstand a long, hot ocean voyage. And I find that a lot when they talk about these things.
Well, that was the origin of IPAs.
Back to the British West Indies, our double white IPA also travels well and is right at home in the most exotic ports of the Midwest. While this modern day
ports in the Midwest.
Yes. That's what it says.
Well, considering the Midwest is what? Landlocked? That's a little weird.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
While this modern day prairie schooner may not resemble a graceful sailing sloop, our liberal hopping regime does not make her virtually twister proof. See, Twister, Nebraska.
Right.
Okay. With toffee and caramel notes balancing out the lingering bitterness, enjoy this beer fresh to best appreciated this complex blending of hop aromas ranging from minty to citrusy with subtle hints of pine. The color is 44.3, which means the SRM scale. Bitterness is 71. Original gravity is 17.8. Terminal gravity is 2.6. Alcohol ABV is 8.5. The bottles and cans, 3.3 volume. The kegs are 2.6 volume. Sensory profile, an amber brown full body beer with intense floral citrus hop aroma and pronounced hop bitterness and flavor, backed by a strong caramel coffee like malt flavor. Aroma is intense floral citric hops. Malts are robust caramel toffee like flavor. Hops are high hop bitterness and flavor. Balance is hops. Body is full. Ingredients: malt pale Karma 300. Amber
Karma.
50, Cara 300, Cara 120. Hops are Zeus, Bravo, Chinook
in the north.
Ontario, Cascade. Food pairings: cheesecake, creme brulee, lamb, smoked meats, strong cheeses, ale glasses. Media is, I can see the video. Award and ratings: 2010 Australian International Beer Awards Silver Medal. 2010 Brews New Zealand Beer Awards Bronze Medal. That's a lot of info.
Yeah, it's a lot of info, Dave. I cannot see through this. It is totally opaque, given its color.
Yeah.
So it seems to be unfiltered.
Color's like the browner than the yellow.
And it does seem to have a brown center, and yet it's lighter orange around the edges, kind of.
Let's try this out.
Cheers. What do you think about the scent first?
Smells good.
Smells good.
Doesn't
Cheers.
smell bad.
Ooh. Well, it is past the due date, so the alcohol helps.
I think it's a bit past its prime.
Yeah. Now, this also, Dave, makes me want to question. I read recently on Google Plus that the people from the Dogfish Head Brewery, whoever was on Google Plus, had mentioned that they opened up a can, I believe if it was 120-minute IPA.
Yeah.
And that is one of their higher ABV ones, and apparently it's been sitting around since, if I'm not mistaken, 2004.
Woo.
And he, obviously some beers are meant to be fresh.
Yeah.
Some you can really cellar. This one was obviously cellared longer probably than most people would. And he had some very complimentary, or at least very descriptive things to say about the taste. And I found this to be very interesting. So sometimes maybe cellaring can be a good thing. Maybe sometimes it can go too long. Maybe sometimes there's a period where it's not so good. I'll give you an example. I sent I believe it was a Twitter question to the people who make one of our favorites, Dragon's Milk. That's New Holland Brewing. I said,
I know you're talking about now, yes.
How long can we cellar the Dragon's Milk? Because again, high ABV, it's a stout. Traditionally, you'd think you can do up to 5 years. And their answer was very interesting. They say, well, probably best to drink in the first 6 months, 8 months or so. And after that, for about a year, maybe it won't be so great. But after that, I believe the word they used was it can get some interesting characteristics. Now, Dave, it being June, I believe we bought the Dragon's Milk back in December that we are currently cellaring.
Yes.
We are probably entering in the time when they're saying if you try it now, it's not as good as it would normally be. So we should probably leave the Dragon's Milk in there for another year. Don't get me wrong. Would love some for my birthday coming up in July, but
me my September too. But
we may have to get some fresh stuff for that and leave that there because
I can go to the Wegmans and buy a bottle for $8.
Yeah, I'll do the same for your birthday.
Yes.
So just to celebrate. But anyway, so we're entering that period. So my point about this whole thing about other beers, and I do apologize, we're digressing about this particular double wide Indian Pale Ale,
which it's a little bit
is
old,
that because it's a little bit old, maybe it would have been a better idea, especially at 8.5% alcohol by volume, is if, we said, it's past its prime, let's give it a couple years. And would it have been better to have let sit and see what flavor characteristics develops?
Or at least 1 year, because they say what Dragon's Milk is better off if it's a year past that.
No, well, they're not saying. They say maybe after 6 months, maybe after a year and a half, but after that, something interesting.
Oh God, that long?
Yeah.
Wow, we gotta wait for 14 bottles. Let's still drink the rest of the case tonight.
Oh, don't tempt me. I'll do it.
Because I'll be sleeping on your couch tonight.
Well, it's about time. All the times you went home, you probably shouldn't have. You probably.
I'm okay now, but I'm saying if I drank the rest of that, 11 point something.
Well, Dave,
7 beers, I'd be sleeping on your couch.
Understanding that this is past the prime.
This isn't bad. It's just, you can tell a little bit of sourness, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bitterness in the aftertaste, as you might expect from something that's hop forward.
What's helping it is the alcohol volume.
The alcohol does help it a lot. I certainly do appreciate that. Smelling it doesn't make me salivate. I would really like to. I really wish we could have had this fresh.
Me too.
So it's very interesting that when we get our variety case, that maybe some of them have been sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
And so something we probably should be aware of. We should probably look at all the bottles and see when the dates are, because right now we are sort of doing it as we get them and putting them in line, if you will. But if we look at the bottles, maybe we should say, hey, if this is expiring in 2 weeks, maybe we should move to the front
learning things every day. Still.
This has been quite a journey.
2 years after starting this, we're still learning things.
Right. And we've learned a lot, and we're trying to share that with you. So we've come a long way in our processes and how we deal with things. So, Dave, given this as it is right now, understand...
Give it a 7.
7? Wow.
Because the alcohol content helps.
I'd probably give it...
Considering how much I've done more than you.
Yep. Well,
I think it's okay.
I'm not digging it. I'm going to give it... again, the alcohol helps a lot. I'm probably going to give it a 5.5. Damn.
Okay.
You're looking for more? Hey, I'm happy to share.
Look at that. There you go. Yeah.
I do want to try some because, again, to the people from this brewery, I do apologize. Boulevard Smokestack Series from the Boulevard Brewing Company in Kansas City, Missouri. We do apologize that we didn't get to this sooner. I'm sure it's just much better when it's fresher.
Me too.
And just give you a little, I know we're running past 10 minutes now. Please apologize for our various,
Stuff.
trains of thought. Hops rip off,
Hops rip off.
Hops rip the roof off of double wide IPA. Their aroma redolent of apricot and piney woods. I don't like apricot. Maybe that's the reason I gave it a lower score.
Like piney woods either.
Caramel malts and balanced a whirlwind of citrusy bitterness. There's some bitterness, winding down a long, serene finish. For me, the finish was less than serene. So, again, our apologies. We will revisit your beer when we can get a fresher one. So, again, our apologies.
Yeah.
But, we got so many to try and just so much time to do beer reviews.
That's it.
Now, there's a government warning on the back here, if I may read it to you people, because we believe in drinking responsibly. And that is, according to the Surgeon General of the United States of America, obviously, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects.
Mm-hmm.
That would bite the big one.
Mm-hmm.
2, consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery. It may cause health problems. In other words, don't drink and drive. And if you're under 21, don't drink at all. Don't watch this nonsense.
Time to drink up to 21.
Yeah, trust me, you got the rest of your life.
God,
it goes faster than you think.
Yeah, think about it. I was like 20 years old and I was like, I want to drink beer legally. I want to drink beer legally. Now it's like 27 years later, I'm like, I want to be back to when I was 20 years old and say, when can I drink beer? When can I drink beer?
And quite frankly, it probably would have been a good idea had we not done what we did.
Yes.
However, hindsight's always 20/20, and the mistakes are the only thing you can truly call your own.
True that.
So, in that spirit, we thank you for watching. We would love you to comment below.
Yes.
Subscribe to our channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give us a comment. If you think we're full of it, that's okay. We've had plenty of haters, and quite frankly, they're the more interesting stuff. But if you have a compliment, hey, it really makes our day. And the reason that we try stuff, even if it's a little past the expiration date, is we believe that you should drink great beers.
And have a laver too.
With your friends.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, Dave.
Bye, Jim.
Bye.